Alright guys, this is basically just a video of I'm going to answer something which I read about a lot regarding the Boss RC-30 loop station, and that's people who complain that they can't get their loops in time, or that there's some kind of timing loss between their end of the recording and the start of recording, and when the next section of the loop occurs and when the loop repeats itself. And I just want to show you how I deal with that. The best way to ensure your loops are in time is, it's kind of self-explanatory and it's kind of obvious at the same time, is to use the tap tempo function of the pedal and combine that with the count in recording mode. And a lot of people might not know about this pedal, but if you hold down this button here, the tap tempo button, it allows you to set the mode in which the pedal is going to record. So if you go to, for example, an empty bank like this one, and hold down the tap tempo button for a few seconds, you see this appear on the screen here, this flashing display, and it says you've got several options when you're in this setting. You've got NO, which is normal, auto, or AU, which is automatic, and CT, which is count in. And these three options are for the type of recording. For example, normal recording is when you press record, the looper will start recording immediately and will stop when you push the stop button like it would normally. So that's just standard operation. AU is automatic, so when you press record, the record button will flash, and then when you start playing, the looper will start recording the instant you start to play and will stop when you press the stop pedal. And the count-in option is probably the most useful for this pedal, and what this does is uses the rhythm output to provide a 1 bar count-in for you, so you can get the timing down of whatever you're going to play, and it starts recording on the first beat after the count-in. So I'll demonstrate that to you. I'll just play like a simple riff or something to record in. So once you've selected the recording type that you want, you just press the tap tempo button again, and it'll go back to normal operation and you'll get ready for recording your loop. And now you just have to set whichever tempo you want to, so we'll just turn on the rhythm real quick. I'll go with a kind of a slow tempo. That sounds good to me. Now when you're recording this, you want to make sure that the rhythm level is loud enough that you can hear it over the sound of your guitar while you're playing through the pedal and through your amp and whatever effects you have on. Your signal might be quite loud. So just play real quick and listen to the click, and if you can still hear it coming through, then that's fine. There's different rhythm tracks available. There's ones with drums and snare and stuff like that, but I prefer just the hi-hat on its own for a count-in, a simple count-in. That's just what I prefer to use, but if you like to use the one with the drums or the snare or anything like that, then absolutely go ahead and use those. Feel free to do that if you want to. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and record something here. Now that I've stopped it, when I start to play with the left pedal, which is the play and record pedal, I should hear a perfect loop of what I played, which was a short kind of riff or a phrase, and I'm just going to play it. As you can hear, it's perfectly in time. The last part of the riff directly matches up to the repeat when the loop comes around again and plays. So the transition there, it's easy to listen for if you know it's coming. Like when I recorded it myself, I know that I held that last chord for a little longer before the loop ended. But to my ears, that sounds perfectly well in time. That's the secret to getting your loops to sound in time on this loop station, is to use the tap tempo function and to use the counting feature, or to use the just the standard play but have the tempo rolling, you know, for when you're in normal mode. But I recommend you use it in counting mode all the time, because it gives you four beats worth of time to get yourself ready, get your hands onto the guitar, you know, get ready to play. Whereas if you just start blind and then loop, like I'll go to a new bank and then go to bank 66 and I'll just start playing without the counting mode. I'll turn it to normal mode. Didn't work, hang on. normal mode. Yeah, there we go. And keep the tempo running. 2, 3, 4. The reason I don't like to do it this way is there's an audible pause when the loop comes around again sometimes, and that's just to do with my lack of timing when I'm stopping a loop myself, or when I'm stopping the recording and it'll start to play. The reason why I use the count-in method is so that it will always start the loop at precisely the right time in the beat, so as long as your playing is in time with the click, then your playing will be in time with the loop as well, and the loop will repeat at the correct moment and not be too early or too late, or there will be an audible gap or anything like that. So that's how you deal with that problem. The other mode, the automatic recording mode, I haven't found much use for that. It's not really something that really matters. For example, to initiate the record, you still have to press the pedal, you know, so it's not like you can just randomly pick up your guitar and start to play and it will record. You still have to initiate the pedal with the foot switch first in order to actually get it ready to record, or else, you know, if I set it now, it won't. I just do this as an example. It doesn't like you, yeah, it doesn't let you change it on a bank that's already been recorded onto, so you have to go to a fresh bank in order to change it. I don't know why. It's just kind of seems like an annoying feature to me, but yeah. So I've set it to auto mode, and notice when I click record now, the recording light flashes, and then it won't start recording till I play something. We're getting a bit like Hollyoaks in here. I'm gonna stop that now. I don't think I have the license to play that. I'm sorry, Hollyoaks producers, if you're watching this video. But yeah, that's how to use the count-in feature and the tap tempo of the Boss Loop Station. Is a very powerful feature on the Boss Loop Station, actually. If you want your loops to be in time, that's what you got to do. You got to get in there, set the tempo, and then set it to what you want it to be.